Hi, welcome to Blackboard 101 for students. This guide has been created to help you find your way around in Blackboard. To get started, let's take a look at the ways we can get around in Blackboard. Odessa College uses a course template to help ensure that you, our students, can find everything you need to be successful in each of your courses. You'll see a banner at the top of the main page for each course you have. The banner has a course ID, the course name, and the name of your instructor. You'll also see a navigation panel on the left side of the screen. This navigation panel will help you find all the elements of your courses, such as the syllabus, homework assignments, notes, discussion boards. Whether you're in an art course or an English course, whether it's a criminal justice course or a math course, you'll find all that information right here in this navigation panel. The announcements page is the first page that you'll see when you enter the course. Be sure to read your announcements carefully from your instructor. These can help you remember important due dates and deadlines, but can also help you feel a connection with your instructor. This is how your instructor is going to communicate with you any kind of changes to deadlines or due dates. You want to make sure you read it pretty frequently. Try to get in the habit of reading it daily. The faculty information link takes you to information about your instructor. Here you'll find the name of your instructor, their email, their phone, sometimes they'll list their cell phone, and also their office hours, where their office is located, and if they have online office hours. In the About Your Instructor Information section, you might find information about where they went to school, some personal information about them. This is kind of the information that they might convey on that first day of class when they walk into the face-to-face classroom and introduce themselves. They also will share their preferred method of communication. You want to make sure that you're contacting your instructor using their preferred method, so make sure you check that out. There's also some expectations for your instructor. This is what you can expect of your instructor. The next section talks about course information. This is where you're going to find your course syllabus. The course syllabus is like the contract between you and your instructor. It starts out with that same faculty information, but it has a lot more stuff to it than that. You'll find information about textbooks and other required materials, general information about the course, how your instructor grades, your course participation, course policies, and so on. You can click on these links in the table of contents to move from page to page. You also have navigation buttons over here on the right hand side that you can click through to advance through the pages of the syllabus. Across the top of every page you'll see kind of a roadmap of where you are. It shows that we're in course information, which is the basic folders, the general navigation folder from here, and we're in the course syllabus. These are actually clickable links, so if I wanted to go back to course information, I could click here to go back, or I can click on the navigation panel to go back. Either way. Now under coursework, this is where you're going to find all of the meat of your course, your assignments, discussion board topics, and so on. Typically the coursework is going to be broken out into modules or unit folders or weekly folders. This one is broken into modules. A module means that it's a bunch of like information that's put together. So we're going to learn all about widgets throughout history. When I click on that, you're going to see learning objectives or learning outcomes. This is what you should expect to learn while you're in this module, or what you should be able to do at the completion of this module. You'll also see all of the content that your instructor has put to help you achieve the goals that are set forth in these outcomes. So this is a video that your instructor has provided. To watch the video, you can click on the big button in the middle, or you've got navigation buttons at the bottom, so you could click on this button to start it. You've also got notes to a PowerPoint. They're in the PowerPoint format or PDF. You can download either of those by clicking on the links that are here. The links are going to appear in blue in Blackboard, and you'll notice when I move over them with my mouse pointer turns to a finger, so I know that's a clickable link. I have Module 1 lecture notes, so I could click on this and see what that is, and there's notes that are built into a page. Now to get back, these are my breadcrumbs, so I can go back one level to Module 1 Widgets Throughout History, or I can click all the way back to Coursework. You can use your back button on your browser also. I'm going to use my breadcrumbs and go back one level. And then scrolling down, I'm going to look at the rest of my module content. Now I just mentioned I'm scrolling. There's content that I can't see because it's too much for my page, but you can use the scroll bar on the side of your browser window to scroll up or down, or if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can scroll with that. So however you prefer to scroll, you can scroll up or down. Anytime you see an underlined statement or text like this, you can click on it. So we've got Module 1 lecture notes. That's a clickable link. We've got Module 1 Draft Widgets Throughout History. Now this icon indicates that it's an assignment, so you might see this assignment link in other of your courses, and you could click on that to access the assignment drop box. You want to make sure you read any instructions that your instructor has provided. Make sure you adhere to due dates and deadlines. Sometimes the assignment drop boxes will close if you miss a deadline, so you don't want that to happen. Now this one says Module 1 Final Widgets Paper Safe Assignment. This green check mark over here, with this little piece of paper icon, means that it's a safe assignment, which means it runs through a plagiarism checker. You'll submit it a little bit differently, and we'll talk about submitting papers and other assessments through Blackboard on another section. When you're finished, you've submitted everything, you can click over here on My Grades to see your progress in your course. OC Resources can help you if you're feeling like you're a little overwhelmed in your course and maybe you need some tutoring. There might be links to online tutoring resources. And if you're struggling, you can also talk to your success coach or your instructor. And then under Communication, you might find links to course messaging if your instructor has turned that on for your course. You'll also find a link to their online office hours if they have those built into their course through Collaborate.